So I'm known as the affect bridge person. So I'm obviously teaching the affect bridge again, which is a powerful emotional regression technique that really is like the crux of my practice. I use this technique all the time. So the affect bridge technique, emotional regression, I'll be teaching that as a 1-hour class. Then I'm teaching a class called, I haven't done this one yet at the conference, I'm excited, Releasing Without Regressing. Because oftentimes, and I really started developing this, I was in the prison systems for a while, not as a client of the prison, but I was going in and working with prisoners. I want to make that clear. And I wasn't able to regress. I was working with a bunch of women down in Chowchilla at the Women's State Prison. I was there with Options Recovery Services, which is an alcohol treatment facility in Berkeley. And they had a program in the California prison system, the Offender Mentor Program, where they were certifying people to be drug alcohol counselors in the prisons for them to serve the prison community. So they brought me down there to help the women get over their fear of taking tests because they had never taken tests before. And I then worked with them individually, but I only had half an hour to work with 15 women in this one block of time. So that's where I started creating techniques to still clean out these uncomfortable feelings, still clear out the emotions from the past without actually regressing them back to the actual source. So I'm excited to be teaching that one, Releasing Without Regressing Techniques. And that's also 1 hour. And then I'm teaching a 2-hour class, learning the top 3 mistakes many hypnotists make that kind of keep them stuck and not attracting clients and not able to make money. And that'll be a 2-hour class of really finding out, where are we blocking ourselves from attracting clients and being able to really step out and be the professional, fabulous hypnotist that we were trained to be. Oh, those are the ones during the conference. Then I was super excited because I've been accepted to teach a 2-day class post-conference. So everybody who takes this class will be certified into my integrated holistic marketing system that I use every step with my clients and every step of my journey with my students. So I'll be certifying people in that, but it's not an affiliation. You don't have to give me money after you use it. Every time you go to use a technique, you'll just be certified that you're competent in this information on how to use my integrated holistic marketing system with your clients. So I'm super excited about that one. The pre and post conferences, it's more magic happens. It's like this whole week of just magic happening in Massachusetts. The beauty of the conference for me is that there's so many different ideas and there's so many different types of hypnotists that you'll be able to find somebody that you resonate with. And you might not be the hypnotist that wants to do regression. You might not be the hypnotist that wants to do smoking cessation, but you will find somebody there that has more of what your interests are, because there's so many fabulous hypnotists and they have so many different levels of information and how they use their practice and how they use hypnosis. And I get excited because every year I make sure I do a training also. I'm already looking at whose training I want to take this year if it works out with my schedule, because I learn all the time and I don't want to stop learning, because that's where we get stagnant. And stagnation is just no fun. So I encourage people, I'm always talking to my students, come to this conference. It'll be different than any other conference you've attended. Yes, we are the flagship of the guilds for educational training. Yes, we're the Ivy League, as we were talking about last summer at the conference. And it's just going to expose them to so many different ideas and modalities of how they can be using their information in their own way, like how to make it their own, take the ideas, but then make it their own, synthesize it into their life. So many different people and so many ways of sharing information. You'll always go home with something you can use in your life right away.